Rogers TV.
Welcome to What's Up Oxford. I'm Selena.
I'm Jessica.
And we have with us Ron from STEM Camp. Welcome, Ron.
Thank you.
So we are used to talking STEM Camp about the kids and the camp that happens every summer and
doing all the activities.
Yep, all the activities. You're here to talk about something a little bit different.
Yeah, but just before we do that, I'll lead up to this just because the STEM Camp has been a resounding success. So just to reinforce that idea of what's happening in the last, this will be our 7th year, I think, coming up this year for STEM Camp. So we've got several thousand students going to our camp and about 46 sites still across Ontario. So that's really big. That leads into this foundation because the STEM Camp has been such a success. We're pleased with that, and without revealing a lot of the financial stuff that goes in behind the scenes kind of thing, Kevin decided, who's been running STEM Camp, that was his brainwave kind of thing, so he's decided, let's create a foundation because we need a vehicle to give some money back to the school system. And so hence he asked me to step away from STEM Camp and help create this foundation. So I'm pretty excited about that. So if I can do this little dramatic thing for my old classroom.
Absolutely, we love
days,
dramatic reveals.
If this works, I don't know if I'm going to stand up and this is going to work right or not, but let me just kind of see if that will stay up there for us.
The reveal of Foundation STEM Camp.
If we're lucky, that'll stay while we're chatting. And so we've created this not-for-profit. STEM Camp is also not-for-profit, but this is the new not-for-profit foundation. So the idea is we're going to give some money back to mostly elementary teachers. But having said that, it's also going to go to some colleges as well. So we're already doing that kind of thing, but we're going to do it all through the foundation now. So that's our new initiative, and so we're pretty excited about this.
That is absolutely fantastic. So STEM Camp, as we know, is baby that started here in Woodstock.
It was too, exactly right. And so there were 2 camps. Way back in 2013, we had a camp here in Woodstock for 2 weeks and a camp at Western University for 2 weeks. And now we have 46 sites going from Ottawa to North Bay to Windsor, and it's all over the place now. And so it's good. We have 2 things about that I'll tell you, I guess. One is that we have a really great team now. We have 5 permanent staff that just came out of that little operation. But more than that, I did most of the hiring last year for the counselors for the camps. We hired 376 college university students, mostly university students, to be counselors for the summer.
Yep.
So that's because of the Canada Summer Jobs Program. A lot of that money is coming from the federal government, which is great stuff. And so I love that because I used to teach high school, and this got me back in talking to young people. And so when I did all those, we must have interviewed about 400 young people. And so we've got some tremendous young people helping us in the camps in the summer, so that's pretty exciting stuff. So, and that's a great thing for a not-for-profit to be doing. All those jobs are just great for the kids.
That's absolutely incredible. Now, who is part of the board of directors?
Oh, and board of directors, I put that in because I'm kind of interested to tell you that we have 9 members on our board, and sometimes with a smaller organization, really, STEM Camp Foundation is really kind of me so far. And so we have a board of 9, and we picked these people for different reasons, but I wanted to tell you about the 3 teachers that are involved in that because that's really crucial. Excuse me. So we have one lady that's still a practicing teacher in the county. I have a friend of mine who's actually a retired elementary teacher, and we have another teacher who is she's working in a church venue in Waterloo, but she also is an accredited elementary teacher. So I've got these 3, it happens to be all women. It's nothing part of the new movement, it's just, it happened to be that these were people that I knew and I respected, and so I'm excited. We have a couple of gentlemen from Ottawa on the board and a couple of other local people, and so the one particular lady I might mention to you is a former director of the Skills Ontario organization down in Toronto, and she it was really interesting because she went and retired, and my teacher friend on the board said, you need to chat to Gail because Gail's retired and she might be looking for something to do. So sure enough, after a couple of conversations, I was able to bring her on. So she has 20 years at the provincial level to actually help us with some of the stuff we want to do sort of across the province kind of thing. So I'm excited about the people on there, and I guess it's big now, so I can get some help with the organization and really help it to grow and do some great things in the school system. So I'm excited about that.
So speaking of what you're going to do, tell us what the mission is of STEM Camp Foundation.
Yeah, so the good news is we're just massaging our website, so that I should have put this up as well, but it will be launching next Friday. If all goes well, it will go live next Friday. And the idea behind the program is very simple. So if you're teaching elementary in, let's say you're doing a school in Tillsonburg, and you're taking a grade 8 science class, you're allowed to apply online. You go on there, it's all online, and you simply fill out the fields that are in the application process, tell you what you want to do with the money. And we have set aside, we're hoping we're going to be able to give between $100 and $1,000 to an applicant when they apply for something in their school. So depending on what their application says and what we think will be the benefit for the children, we'll make a decision and decide how much that's going to go out. So that's going to be, so I think the big thing about this is if the website works the way it should, if you know elementary teachers, they're busy, well, I shouldn't say elementary, high schoolers as well, I don't want to be exclusive, but teachers are extremely busy. So I've said we need to make this so that when they go on our website, they can do this in a real hurry. So they don't have to take, it's not like they have to prep up for an hour for something that's going to happen. So I think we're there. I just looked at it again last night, and we've got it so it's fairly streamlined now. Kevin's really good at this because he's done this kind of thing in a previous life. So the teacher will be able to go on the site, tell us what they're going to do with the money, and that will be the end of September and the end of February. And then we're going to give the money out as fast as we can and get it out in the hands. So for example, let's say that a teacher in elementary school in Tillsonburg has a student and she's really excited about, she's got an idea for something on, let's pick climate change because that's kind of a topic down in the States right now. And so if she has a project on climate change and she says to her teacher, I think I've got an idea, I'd like to do this. And the teacher says, well, let's explore that. Let's do, and then the teacher will make an application to us. We'll say, well, we can devote $300 to that project. The money goes back to the teacher and the student. She does the project. She tells us what she did. And then we've got that information to pass along to other people.
And then, Ron, just before we wrap, really quickly, what is the website that the teachers can go to
Absolutely. It's easy. It's just stemcampfoundation.ca.
Wonderful.
Stemcampfoundation.ca.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be a great project.
It's a hugely exciting project. Thank you so much for joining us, Ron.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We'll be back with more on What's Up Oxford.
Are your children safe from online predators? Join host Charlene Doka-Bauer as she teaches parents how to protect their families from the hidden dangers of the internet.
The main purpose for me when I got involved with Rogers was the opportunity came up and I really wanted to get involved with the community a little bit more. You know, you learn what's going on behind the scenes and what's all involved in the show. Like, we have a fantastic team at Rogers. Like, it's a lot of fun, and the people behind actually really make the show and keep you going.
It was our 35th anniversary. To celebrate, we were on our way to Mama Rosie's, where we had our first date. That's when we heard coming from the radio. So we stopped and listened. It helped us get to safety. So when I think of our anniversary, because now we have even more to celebrate.
And I'm Susie.
We are the hosts of Happiness is Homemade.
We'll be assisting you on how to make a lot of at-home pastries,
which all your family and friends will love.
Welcome back to What's Up Oxford. We are talking Oxford Lions now with Steve Newton. Welcome, Steve.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you guys do a show every year, and we've got something new happening this year. So tell us about it.
Yeah, it's quite different this year. It's going to be more of a dance. Silent auction is our focus. It's a fundraiser.
Okay.
All proceeds raised go to the Oxford Lions Club. We're a big supporter of Sackyer House, the Wellington Animal Rescue Relief Fund, various other local, charities and events.
Awesome. Now, for anybody that doesn't know about Lions Club, explain a little bit about what the Lions Club does within the community.
Our Lions Club's a little different than a traditional Lions Club. There's two Lions Clubs in Woodstock. There's the Woodstock Lions Club and there's the Oxford Lions Club. And Woodstock Lions is more of a traditional Lions Club with a lot of different activities and events and a larger club. Yep. Oxford Lions is a smaller club. We tend to focus just on a few events, and most of us are really active and busy working, and we don't have as much time as some of the others. So we focus on this as our major fundraiser. We have a live band, and we'll have a silent auction with donations from all around the community. providing some great items. So it's a great fundraiser and a fun evening.
Awesome. So if someone in the community is wanting to put together a silent auction item, who would they reach out to?
They could contact myself, and I can pass it along to my wife who's running the silent auction. And if anyone wants tickets, they can contact me as well, or they can get tickets at the Legion. We're holding them at the Legion this year.
And it's Saturday, February 16th.
Yes, that's right.
It's a good month to get out and go someplace warm and listen to some good music.
That's what we thought. And, there's not much going on in February. It's a cold month, and you're sitting at home. You'd maybe like to get out. It's local. It's not far. The cost is really inexpensive. It's only $10. It'll be a good time to tie in maybe a Valentine's dance. So we thought it was a nice way to change the time, change the venue.
Sure. What type of music can we expect?
More rock and blues, but a mixture, a little bit of country in there as well.
And who do we have from the community that's performing?
We have Perry's Lane, which is actually a band that I'm involved in. And we have two other Lions members, Tina McEwen and Tom Gatenbeat, that are in that band. So we've played at various events and venues. So we donated our time to help raise money for the community.
And in the past, have you always given your money to the same charities, or has there been any changes in that?
Since we started it, Sack Your House has always been a major benefactor of the show. I would say that we've probably raised over $40,000.
That's incredible.
In that time period. So it's not a huge event, but it is something that over time does add up.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I don't think there's a single person within the community that hasn't been touched by Sack Your House in some way.
For sure. And definitely I know Tina, her sister, spent her last days at Sack Your House, so it's very near and dear to her. And we visited it on numerous occasions and had our tours, and it's a wonderful facility.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what about, there's music, and what else can we expect for entertainment?
It's just primarily music. There might be a few little surprises taking place between the sets, so a little bit of comedy probably.
Yeah, that's what you guys are known for.
Yes, that's right.
Sometimes you do see some people dressed up.
And tickets are
Yes, for
including
sure.
finger foods?
Yeah, there'll be some finger foods there.
Who's providing the food?
That's provided through the Legion. They have a contact that they've set up. The Legion has been very generous. They donated the facility to our club, so that's really supportive of them, and we really appreciate their support.
That's awesome. So just to wrap, how can people pick up their tickets?
They can pick up tickets at the Legion, or they can contact me personally. Give me a call. We have tickets available, and we'd love to have as many people there as possible.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more on What's Up Oxford.
When you have so many great songs, there's just no need to play them over and over again. Your no repeat workday station.
Nothing but the perfect music mix while you work.
Easy 101.3.
Hi, I'm Kelly Arts, host of Authors of Oxford County. Watch me for authors' profiles on Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Ian Taylor, Director of Hockey Development with Ontario Minor Hockey. Today we're looking at agility skating.
Edge control is crucial to developing overall skating skills. Keep the knees over the toes with feet together, with both skates on the ice. Use the inside and outside edges to slalom using tight, sharp turns, pushing through the heels. Do the same movement backwards, this time pushing through the balls of the feet. Weaving on one leg allows players to feel the inside and outside edges of their skates. Create propulsion and speed by putting weight on and off the glide leg. When weaving backward, it's necessary to place pressure more on the toe in order to maintain balance versus pushing pressure on the heel when going forward.
Check out more Chalk Talk episodes on Rogers TV and more drills and resources at omha.net.
Very good.
Welcome back to What's Up Oxford. We are here with Erin from the Woodstock Art Gallery talking new exhibits. Welcome, Erin.
Hi, how are you guys? Welcome back. It's great to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you guys. So I'm here to talk about everything that's happening in February. So on February 14th. We're going to launch Sweet Arts again this year. So we're going to, everyone's going to get a sneak peek of what the actual exhibits are going to be, because they'll just be finishing being put up for Saturday. And then there's also going to be a do-it-yourself project that you'll learn how to do with a teacher from Cask, Bryson Connell, one of them, or Bryston, sorry, is what his name is. And then we're also going to have the owner of Habitual Chocolate there, and he's going to give a talk about that, some tastings, and then of course there's going to be Peely Island Winery and Nibbles there, so it's going to be an amazing event.
Sounds like a great way to spend Valentine's Day.
It is. It's nice for if you want to do something different, right? If you don't want to necessarily sit at a crowded restaurant, it's going to be an intimate gathering. A very small amount of people are going to be there. You're going to be able to tour through the whole gallery space without kind of the craziness of other days, and really just kind of take your time, enjoy, and just, you know, who doesn't want to look at art on like Valentine's Day, right? Like, it just invokes feeling and wonderful things.
Absolutely. So how do people buy tickets for that?
They would just go to the art gallery, walk in. You can buy tickets that way. You can give us a call, do it over the phone. We're not set up yet for being online, but hopefully next year. So, yeah, absolutely. And then on the Saturday, the 16th, we're having our winter exhibition opening. So we have 3 different exhibitions opening. So we have, it's called Life on the Back of a Turtle, and it's Woodlands and Plains Indigenous Art. So that is actually curated by Maxine Knoll, who just won the Order of Canada. So that's super exciting, and that's actually a private collection of Indigenous works, and it's based on the myth of the life of the back of the turtle, and that myth means, or is talking about how that's North America. That's how North America was created, from things on the back of a turtle. So, and it kind of has every type of Indigenous art and all different tribes and everything, so a little bit of everything, so it's displaying all of it. It's going to be a beautifully curated show that it's just going to be amazing, and it's going to be up for a full year. And then on the second floor we have a traveling exhibition from the Canadian History Museum, and that's North Banffin drawings from 1964. So there's going to be 50 original drawings, and it's all Inuit art. So, and it's kind of showing how they were transitioning from their traditional ways to more modern, and so they were keeping their traditions alive with their drawings and how they were kind of incorporating in their everyday. And then in the community gallery, we have another exhibition which is called Eating Animals, which I'm super excited for. It's a little darker, it's a little tongue-in-cheek about it, and it makes you think about who and what you consume. So it's actually like animals that are almost like miniature, like puppets almost, and then they're all in like formal wear, and they're going to be sitting at a table, and they're going to eat, and there's going to be photographs of them in different stages of the meal. So it looks really interesting and kind of funny for me, at least.
And who's the artist that works on that? Don't mean to put you on the spot.
Honestly, it's a duel.
Okay.
Like it's a couple of people, and their names have lost me right now.
You can find it out on the website, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, after that, so it's basically like a whole week of really big things happening. We have Family Day on February 18th, and that's always a huge day for downtown in general, right? So we team up with, we have free drop-ins from 11 till 1. The museum has free drop-ins from 11 till 1. The Theatre Woodstock has free drop-ins from 1 till 3, where you can kind of go and see the behind the scene of what's happening. As well, from 3 until 5, then you can go to Golf Hall, and they have a family, like, just I guess games and stuff like that you can do as a family. And there is a movie still this year at 9:30 in the morning. You have to get the tickets through us at the Woodstock Art Gallery. They are $7. What the movie is, we don't know. The Gallery Cinema does an amazing job of making sure that we always get the most recent youth movies. So we won't really know until about a week before, but once we know, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah. That's awesome. If someone wants to register for any of the events that are coming up?
So just call into the art gallery, just walk into the art gallery. If you want to register for any of our classes, you can do that online, but for the tickets, for the Sweet Arts and the movie, you just have to come in and purchase them.
Awesome. And what classes do we have coming up, Erin?
So we have, coming up in February, the very beginning of February, we have Saturdays Kids Create. So that's a 3 Saturday in a row from 10:30 until 12:30, and that's sign up now for it because sign up
so popular.
Yes, and it's an amazing program. And then the Me Too has also just recently started, so that's actually happening on Tuesdays from 10 until 11. That's where children age from like 2 to 5 come with their caregivers, and they spend an hour with other kids. They make different stuff every week, and you can do that drop in, so $6 a week. You can do that, and life drawing actually starts on Wednesday the 23rd for 8 weeks in a row again. Again, you can drop that in for $15. And then what else is coming up? Oh, we also have a Share the Mosaic, which is happening on February 9th as well. And that's the youth adult pairing where you, like, so last year I took my niece and we made mosaics together. She loved it. I think my other niece wants me to take her this year because she's old enough now. So we'll see about that. But it's a really great, class where it actually, you're being collaborative with people, right? And it shows people always like, well, I can never take a class with my children or my grandchildren because there's age restrictions. This gets rid of that.
That's awesome. So thank you so much, Erin. We've got so many exciting things coming up in the gallery.
Yes, February sounds like a busy month.
Yes, it is. It is.
We'll be right back with more on What's Up Oxford.
Hi, I'm Brenda Pierce. I'm the Empowered Nurse of Oxford Empowered. I triage body, mind, and spirit with my very special guests. Come join us on Rogers TV.
Opening up your opponent and getting their center line can allow you to get them off of their balance, off of their game. If they're coming in towards me and they grab and I separate in any which manner, I can come in, clinch, grab, push, pull them off center, which can lead me to a takedown and then a strike. When I get them to a takedown or a strike, I have many options that I can come into, which can lead me into submission as well as breaks. Back up here. When doing takedowns, always make sure that you get them off of their balance, off their root. If he's standing and as such, I can also come in, straighten knees backwards, as well as bring them over.
There's been some talk about this, and it's going to materialize here. Oh, baby! What a goal! Shot forward!
And that will find its way on the highlight reel.
Night's action on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to What's Up Oxford. Just before we go to our next interview, we're going to say a big thank you to our sponsors. They take care of us. They make the set look so great. We've got Leon's Roller Furniture. Thank you for that.
We have Julie Hawkins for the beautiful artwork.
I know.
Floral Buds and Designs. We have Personal Service Coffee, Foodlands,
Woodstock Britton Litho, and Katie's Air Real Estate. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you so much, guys.
And we have with us Liz from Big Brothers. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you.
We're in different hats every time you come here.
You're like ready to play some basketball today.
I am. Well,
the Raptors' newest scout.
Yes. And if you can, this is my son's shirt. A little big for him right now, but it was one of his Christmas gifts, so I had to borrow it to come for our theme. Fandemonium is our theme this year for our Bowl for Kids' sake, for Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Woodstock and District. So really it can look any way you want it to, whether you're going to wear your sports gear or you're a fan of whatever it is. Maybe you're a fan of a TV show, or maybe you just want to wear your gear from work if you're coming with your employers, your co-workers in your business. You get creative. Make it what you want. Fandemonium can be whatever you think it fits that bill.
That's so fun. So Bowl for Kids' sake, when is this happening? It's February, first weekend of February?
So we are February 6th, 8th, and 9th.
Yes.
So we're back at C&D Lanes in Woodstock. They're always great to us and allow us to come in and kind of take over the place for those 3 days. We have a variety of times for all 3 days, and then you can 5-pin or 10-pin. If you're like me, 10-pin can become a little dangerous, so I opt for the 5-pin myself. But we will be back there those 3 days, and like I said, we have different times and 5-pin, 10-pin options, so you can register your team. You sign up for the date and time that works for you, option of 5 or 10, whichever you think is best for your team. We give you an hour and a half of bowling, and in that we'll also have some games, and we're going to do some trivia this year because we thought with this Fandemonium, we thought maybe we'll do a little bit of sports trivia. So some fun things to do while you're bowling. And also Boston Pizza in Woodstock, make sure that our bellies are full, and they provide us some pizza for the evening as well, so everybody gets food and gets fed while they're out there having some fun on the alleys.
Very fun.
So the whole point of this is as a fundraiser. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So, of course, Big Brothers and Big Sisters offer mentoring programs and services for children and youth throughout Woodstock and area. So last year, in 2018, we served close to 600 children within our area. That number is up quite a bit, and we still have kids on our waiting list that are looking for a match of a big brother or big sister. So of course we always want to promote that volunteers are needed. If you've got a little bit of time, it's not a demanding requirement, so it's kind of what works best for you. You can always give our office a call at 537-6404 and talk to our caseworkers, our staff that look after getting those matches made. But the funds that we have do go towards all those mentoring programs. So whether it's the SOAR programs, the Go Girls, the Game On, it allows us to reach more children throughout our area and get into more of the schools and start offering more of our programs to them. And also just, you know, getting these kids the mentoring that they're looking for. You know, sometimes they're coming from a single parent family. Sometimes it's just a kid that needs that role model in their life. You know, maybe they're struggling in school, they're not fitting in, they're feeling kind of left out and not feeling comfortable. That mentor can come in to the in-school program and work with them. So we have a lot of great success stories that we love to share as well, and that's kind of part of what we're doing here, is just making sure people know exactly what we're doing at Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and raising awareness of what we need these funds for and what we need the volunteers for.
So first time people are coming out to bowl and haven't put a team in, how do we do that?
So we would ask you to, so I'll let everybody know, this is our beautiful poster that we've got designed, the Bowl for Kids Sake Fandemonium. So our website is BBBS, Big Brothers Big Sisters, so bbbswoodstock.ca. You can go to the event tab on our website and register online. If you want to give our office a call, you can also do it that way, to call in your registration, fax, or email, whichever works best for you. You have a team of up to 6 people. We ask that each person raises a minimum of $50, or $300 for a team of 6. And of course, we love it when people get out there and they get creative with their fundraising. So we do have some different little pieces, tidbits, if you will, tips on how to fundraise and reach that $50 goal, or if you're looking for a team goal of more, we've kind of got a bunch of different ideas that you could try and see what works best for you guys, so we can provide that in our package. But the first step is, of course, getting yourself registered, and then we'll work with you to help you on your fundraising path from there.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, Liz.
That's all we have time for this week on What's Up Oxford. We'll see you next time.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
And he fell. Whoa, I'm not driving. I'm way too stoned. How are you feeling, Veer?
Oh, since we had that talk, I'm not driving tonight at all.
What about you, Dave?
You only had a couple of drinks.
And only a couple of puffs.
I don't drink and drive. No way I'm getting behind the wheel when I smoked weed, too.
How are we getting home, then?
Oh, you can drive, Dave.
Come on, Dave.
Take one for the team, buddy.
Don't let weed and alcohol influence your decision to drive.
Yeah, I need a ride.
Hammer it.
With a little hustle.
Let's get her running. Let's get her finished.
Everything's got to get sold, because if not, this place, it's not going to survive.
And a lot of muscle.
Does it burn rubber? It will annihilate the tires off.